And in today's video, I'm going to show you the importance of a sales kickoff and how a sales kickoff prevents you losing staff, maybe them resigning to go to work for other companies, prevents you firefighting all through the year, and helps you set a course that helps you win successfully. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is a sales kickoff? A sales kickoff is simply a program that you hold for your team at the beginning of the year to help them realign and understand the objectives for the year to achieve sales success. So I'm going to walk you through the importance of a sales kickoff so that you can do something for your team. And it's not a complex program. It's just a launch pad for the new year. Don't let your people just get into the year without any direction. First of all, January, let's make something clear. The most profitable time of the year to start making money, the time when customers are open to start to make purchases all through the year. Most times, it begins from the month of March. January, for some organizations, things can seem slow. Now, this is just generic customer behavior. I'm not telling you that this should be the reason why you may have low sales. Because we've seen cases where, having worked with thousands of salespeople across several countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, USA, Rwanda, we've seen cases where January becomes even the peak period and where people make the most sales for their particular business. For some, it's even February. But I'm just saying, generally, based on human behavior, January seems to be slow. February, people are trying to recoup. Then March is a boom. But you must prepare for the boom. Get your people motivated. Whatever you need to do between January and February, your sales kickoff should have been done within these 2 months so that you can launch out in March strong. Now, why is a sales kickoff necessary? January sets the sales rhythm for the rest of the year. If you miss it in January, February we can manage, but you don't let it go beyond February. January sets the sales rhythm for the year. All the sales teams don't magically become disciplined when they come back from the holidays. They don't magically just start to follow through on all the processes. Because I've seen cases where somebody who was doing so well in the company, in fact, won an award. He gets into January, he struggles to even make a single sale. Because you see, they're still trying to reboot from the holidays. Now, a sales kickoff helps to get them ramped up early for the year so they can hit the ground running. Number two, it removes confusion early. At the start of the new year, people have questions to ask. Okay, what product are we focusing on this year? Who is going to be our target audience this year? What strategies do we have as priority to follow through to meet our targets this year? So it helps you remove confusion early from many of your team members. January is a period for a lot of top performers. They are already being poached by other organizations because at the beginning of the year, many companies are thinking, what are we going to do differently? How do we want to go about it? For example, as I speak to you right now, a lot of companies are reaching out saying, oh, we are looking for salespeople. Can we, people are trying to restructure their businesses because they feel like they want to do something different from last year. Don't let them restructure and come and poach your top performers. What do you do to make sure that doesn't happen? Do a sales kickoff because it removes confusion early. Number three, targets without context kills motivation. It's lazy leadership to just dump targets on people and say, okay, this is what we're running with this year. Give them context for the targets. Help them with context. Let them understand, oh, this is how we're going to work this year. Because see, people commit better when they understand the logic behind the numbers. How much do we want to make this year? What is the breakdown? What is the basis of this increase? Sometimes somebody's target last year was 10 million. Then this year, the person resumes and says, and they tell the person, your target here is 500 million. And the person like, what? From 10 million, 500 million. Even the 10 million, I could even meet it. Now you're giving 500 million. And the person wondering, where do we start from? Don't just throw numbers at your salespeople and say any target is achievable. Don't just throw numbers at them. They want to understand the logic behind the numbers. What is the breakdown? Are these numbers going to be achieved? Let them hear from you why it is realistic. Oh, we were doing 10 million last year, now we're doing 500 million because we've gotten a loan of about 100 billion, and with that, we've expanded our reach by this amount. We've doubled on marketing. We are going to give you 50% of all your leads going forward. What is the plan? What is the plan? Communicate the plan so that they can be able to realistically take ownership of those numbers and meet the targets. If people don't take ownership of a target, it will not be met. See, you can give salespeople a target, but in their mind, they see it as it is your target. As long as it is your target, now I'm talking to you as a business owner, as a head of sales or a director in a company. If they see it as your target, it will not be met. They will wait for you to meet it. But the moment you take out time in the sales kickoff and bring context to the targets, you've done so much work, ladies and gentlemen. You've automatically helped them take ownership to see it as their target. At this point in time, you reinforce, and this takes me to my next point. It resets standards and behaviors. It helps you to reinforce certain information. For example, what are the commissions? What are the benefits if they meet the targets? How much are they going to make? Are there going to be prizes? Are there going to be, is there going to be a cash incentive or a trip? What exactly are you offering your people this year? Let them know what to expect this year. The sales process you were following last year, have you changed it, or you're going to be using the sales process? What are you going to be doing differently? Dressing, you were emphasizing on dressing as a culture or as a team. Are you still emphasizing on dressing? If you are, so that people can prioritize how they're going to be spending their money. Are you emphasizing on meetings or pipelines or forecasting? If you are, you need to reinforce and talk about it again and again. Because at this point in time, you want to reset the standards. See, standards drop with free fall due to gravity. If the role of leadership is to uphold the standards. So whatever standards you had last year that you thought, oh, we've made some momentum, we are making progress now as a company, we've put the things Iyore has taught us to work, we're now seeing progress. If you don't do a sales kickoff and you just run into the year with what you think you were running with last year, you're not going to help your team. Momentum, see, when you accelerate, when you put your leg on the clutch and you accelerate on the pedal and you accelerate your car, the moment you take your legs off, a deceleration begins. In December, we took our legs off and went for the holiday. You don't expect your people to resume in January, and they would resume at the same speed they left in December. A deceleration began in January, and the deceleration began in December, and the deceleration continued into January. Your role now for the sales kickoff is to put your feet on the pedal and get the team to move. If you haven't had a sales kickoff, I encourage you, before this month ends, do that immediately. Because if not, you'll be decelerating into the month of money, which is the month of March. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't liked, please like, share with others. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe here and you can watch this next video. Remember, do your sales kickoff so that you can win this year. I'm making money this year. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Talk to you soon.